Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. It is about midday and I have the entire afternoon ahead of me and I just have like a ton of little errands that I want to do, so I thought I'd take you along with me. First port of call is to buy a CD wallet for my car because basically I'm an album girly. Like when I listen to music, I listen to albums rather than playlists, if that makes sense. And I don't have Spotify Premium because I refuse to pay. So basically when I listen to albums, I do it on YouTube, which is not possible when I'm in the car because I can't use my phone in the car for obvious reasons, but also because it would show up as phone usage on my insurance app thing. I've got like a black box and it's connected to my phone. And if I were to put music on my phone and then just put it on my seat, obviously YouTube, you have to keep the app open for it to play unless you have YouTube Premium, but we've covered that I'm not paying. It would be sitting on my seat as if it were screen time rather than just music playing. So I have a ton of CDs and I've been building my collection, blah, 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 but obviously I need my CDs in my car if I want to play them. And my glove box only fits, I think, 2. This is such a long-winded explanation of just saying that I need a CD wallet to hold more than 2 CDs, and I found one. It stores 24 CDs and I can just pop it in my door. Hold on. It's gonna be great. So I'm gonna order that now, and then this is so random, I've been craving these, like a very specific kind of biscuit. I don't even know how to explain it. They're like almost like wafers. They're not wafers, but they're kind of crumbly, and then they're they're like cylinders, and then you can see through them, and you could put them in drinks. I don't know, okay? But they always come in selection boxes. I don't think I've ever seen just like packets of these, like they come in like Christmas biscuit selection boxes or something. So I googled it because I really wanted some yesterday, and my mum went to Tesco and I was like, oh, could you get these biscuits? And then I was gonna like look online for them and then send her a picture and be like, these ones, and I couldn't find them at all. So I think it's gonna be a case of going to Tesco myself, which I'm absolutely happy to do because, you know, why not? And hopefully they have them. It's such a random craving. I'm not really one to have cravings. Like, I don't really crave stuff. Sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm craving something, but I can't put my finger on it. And then just weirdly for the past couple of days, like I've just known exactly what I want. But yeah, that's the plan to start with. Okay, really quick before I go, I'm gonna tidy my room because I need to put my clothes away and it's just getting really messy. There's just stuff everywhere. And I haven't really been able to spend time in my room because like there's nowhere to sit and there's nowhere to put anything. Honestly, I just feel like I've accumulated stuff since being at uni, which is weird because I haven't bought that much stuff. Like I haven't bought enough stuff to now have too much stuff for my room, do you know what I mean? But I feel like I got back and my room is just overflowing with stuff. So that's, you know, not a bad problem to have, having too much stuff. So desk needs help. Sofa needs clearing. I'm gonna do that really quick, then I'm gonna go to Tesco. Okay, it's a lot better. I've cleared the desk, I've cleared the sofa. I still have this like annoying corner. I've just like put a bunch of stuff in the corner that I don't know where to put because there's a lot of like paperwork and just like stray pieces of paper and like I don't know where to put it, but I need it to be on hand for when I will need it when I go back to uni, which is quite soon, so I just thought I'd leave it in the corner. We're gonna go to Tesco. Okay, I had a look and the box I was looking at, it had the biscuits that I wanted, but it was £6 and there was so many other biscuits in it that I was like, I don't know if I'd want them, and I feel like if like my mum or my sister or whatever had them, they'd just be in it for the sake of it. I just don't think it's worth it. So even though they had the biscuits I wanted, I didn't buy them. But bright side, I got a drive in. Very short drive, mind you, but a drive all the same. I feel like when I spend a couple of days having not driven, I get more and more apprehensive about the next time I'm going to get in the car. So it's just good that I took the car out and that I've been out. I'm going to go back home having made no purchase, and I think I'm going to make cookies. Nothing really beats a homemade cookie, you know what I mean? I just think maybe that's the way the day is going.
My day ends with me in a bathtub, not usually in a bedazzled bro, but you did it tonight. That's not what our dad said. I'm like, well,
There's a happy medium. A cat that does not go inside, survive off of rodents in the field.
those girls are going to be sneaking.
Ability.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they won't believe something that every moron tells them.
Resting cat ears.
That might be it. If you had to choose,
I'm honored to be thought of in that context. I love that movie so much. I watched.
this idea was arriving to the Arrows tour stage.
I'm so grateful for the ability to create. Like,
Question.
I get those hairs.
Yes, we're for that.
Do it again.
Recurring thing. I also don't think.
It's been a couple of days since I made cookies. They were delicious. My sister's just rung me and told me that the Pride Parade is on in town, and I'm just very torn about whether or not I want to go, because normally every year I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I don't know why it's in August and not June. Like, I don't understand why they do it in August. I'm not complaining, because, like, sure, but I think she's busy. I've just asked my mum and she's busy. And I'm a fan of doing things on my own, but I feel like because I had forgotten that it was this weekend, and so, like, I've just been told, like, an hour ago that it's happening, and I don't think anyone's available to go with me. I just can't decide if I want to go. I don't know, I'm very torn. I feel like it would be fun for the video, not the literal poop in the background. I don't know if it's worth going. Like, I don't really have money to spend, so it would just be going for the vibes. Which, don't get me wrong, Pride is always immaculate vibes. But, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about going on my own. I've just messaged my sister to see if she's available. I was kind of getting the impression when she rang me to tell me it was on that she was busy doing something else, but she'd, like, driven past and seen it. But yeah, I'm gonna see if she's available, and if she's not, I might go anyway, but waiting on her. So I am gonna go. My sister can't come, but my mum's going to. So we're gonna go together. We have just got back. Pride was really cool. It wasn't as busy as I thought it was going to be. I think we went a little bit late because there were certain parts of it where you could see that there used to be stalls, but there weren't stalls anymore. So it was like a canopy, but they didn't have any tables. I don't know, it was kind of weird, but there were still quite a few things to see and to walk around. And then of course the stage. And we were there while there was a Christina Aguilera act on, and she was so good. Like, she had an incredible voice, so we stayed and watched her for a while. But yeah, it was just nice to go, I think. I always like going. It's just such good vibes, and everyone looks incredible, and it's just really cool. We then went to a coffee shop, and then I went and had a little look around Head, and I bought a couple of CDs, which I really probably shouldn't have done. But I bought 3 CDs, and I'll show you what I got. I'm actually just about to go out to my car and retrieve the CDs that I keep in there, because my CD wallet storage thing came yesterday. So I'm gonna go get them, and then I'm gonna get some of my CDs from my room and fill it up and put that in my car so that I have that ready for when I go back to uni. And yeah, I'm like weirdly excited about that. I don't know why. It's CD storage. It's not that exciting, but for some reason, every time I think about it, I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna put my CDs in my wallet. Like, it's so stupid. But yeah, we had a really good time out. I'm so glad that my mum came with me. It was just really nice. So I'm gonna go get my CDs from my car. Okay, so I bought Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat. I've actually yet to listen to this all the way through. Sue me. But everything I've heard I love, and I just know I'm gonna love it. So I thought I'll buy it, and this will guarantee that I'll listen to it all the way through. As I said, I'm an album girly, and I'm very particular about listening to it in the order that the artist intended, because it's just very important to me. This is an album I've wanted for ages. This is David Bowie. And again, I bought this because I wanted to listen to it as he intended in this order, but I also bought the Platinum collection of David Bowie. So the songs do overlap, but there are songs on this one that aren't on this one, and obviously vice versa. Like, look how many tracks are on this, it's crazy. But I'm basically a big Bowie fan, and I wanted both, okay? Was it a bit silly to buy both? Maybe. Anyway, so that's what I bought today, and then here is my CD wallet. It stores, I believe, 24 CDs. Look at that bad boy, and I can just slot that literally in my door of my car. Wonderful. These are the CDs I've just retrieved from my car, and then I have a big stack here that will all be going in this. So I'm actually very excited for this process. Can we just take a second? Look how pretty the Lover CD is. What the hell? So cute. There we go, 24 CDs. It's been a couple weeks since the last clip. I'm in my house. This is my new room. Uni starts in 2 weeks. August is gone. It's September now. It's just a bit chaotic. I feel like August just whipped by, and now we're in September, and like I say, I've moved in. This is about as much of the room as I'm going to show you for now. I feel like there's still a lot of decorating I want to do, and once I've done that I might do a little room tour, but for now this is my room. Yesterday I had a bit of a rubbish day. I had one thing that I needed to do, which was basically break up with my therapist.
Okay.
I'd been putting off dealing with it because I think I'd been thinking about it for a couple of weeks, thinking I'm not really sure, but I want to see if I kind of adjust to it, and it just wasn't happening. So I needed to basically call and say that, and I put it off all day because I really, really didn't want to do it. It just felt terrifying for some reason. But because that was like my main priority of something I needed to do, I spent the entire day, one, feeling like I couldn't do that, but because I felt like I couldn't do that, I felt like I couldn't do anything else either. I felt like that had to be the thing I did first, but because I was procrastinating that thing, I felt almost paralyzed, like I couldn't do anything else. So I spent the entire day yesterday basically doom scrolling. So that's great. I did make the call at about 5 and it went to voicemail, and I've basically had to do it today. So our session was scheduled for today, and I basically entered the schedule and went, I have been trying to contact you and it just hasn't really worked out. This is what I want to say. It was a 5-minute call instead of our hour session that was booked. It was not as terrifying as I thought it would be. I knew it wouldn't be. Like, the rational part of my brain was going, this will be fine, because they're a good therapist. Like, they're good to talk to, so it's not going to be like, they're not going to judge you. I was just so scared. I was just like, I don't want to do this at all. But I did it today. I've actually had a productive day. I got up, I did stretches, I had a nice breakfast, I went out, I bought a couple of things, and that's actually why I wanted to film a bit, because I bought a shoe rack from B&M, and I thought, why not construct it on camera for your viewing pleasure? Obviously I'm keeping all of my shoes in my room, and they're just kind of scattered around at the moment, so I thought it might be a good idea to get a shoe rack. But yeah, literally my whole day yesterday was just monopolised by this thing I didn't want to do, and I literally felt paralysed. It was... I have felt like that before. I feel like... Oh god, these are just falling out. Okay, this is scary. I have felt like that before. I think if you've ever experienced executive dysfunction, it was a similar feeling, but it, oh my god, it like takes hold of me. It's... Right. Yeah, I was not doing well yesterday, but I'm having a much better day today. I'm gonna build this, I'm gonna have lunch, and then I'm gonna go to the beach with one of my housemates. It's a beautiful day, it's very sunny, and I've just decided that I'm gonna take control of my life today because yesterday was horrendous. And I just spent the whole day thinking, you could be doing other stuff. Like, if you really don't want to do this one thing that will take 2 minutes, do something else. And I just couldn't. Oh, it was the worst. It was the worst. Right, how does this work? So we've got... Okay, so there are instructions. Oh, we want to disconnect these. I've just spent however long connecting it. We want to separate these. Yeah, cool. Is it just, you just slot it in? Like, it doesn't look like you no. That's longer. A, B. Oh, it is A. Never mind. This one. Wow, I've never felt so incompetent in my life. What is happening? So we're gonna... Do you know what else I've been thinking about today? This is so random, but... Well, I haven't been thinking about it, and that's why it caught my attention. It's a friend's birthday today. And for the past, gosh, however many years, I've always been really, really aware of it. I always remember people's birthdays, and I think one of the strangest feelings ever is having a friend that you don't talk to anymore, but you think about them all day on their birthday. And I have quite a few friends like that we've just drifted and we don't really talk, and we might kind of reply to each other's stories every now and again, but we're not close the way we used to be. And this year is the very first year that it has been this specific person's birthday, and I haven't been immediately aware of it, like as soon as I wake up or even like the day before. I saw a lot of people, this one isn't going in. Isn't that great? Brother, go in. What is happening? It just looks like it's shredding it. I saw a lot of posts from other people for this person's birthday, like on people's stories going like, happy birthday, I hope you have a great day. And I looked at the date and I was like, oh my god, it is their birthday, that's crazy. Like, normally, it would be like all I could think about all day. That can't be right. I feel like... Okay. And it's just kind of fascinating to me that previously that has been such a big deal for me and such a source of like, I spend that day missing them. So even though maybe we don't talk as much anymore and we've drifted, and maybe that's because we've grown apart, you know, we've become different people that aren't as compatible as we were when we were 10, I still like dedicate that day to thinking about them and missing who we were when we were compatible, if that makes sense. But this is the first year ever that this specific person's birthday has passed, and it hasn't been like all I could think about all day. I will still probably send them a message, but it's just kind of fascinating because there are still at least 3 other people that I'm hyper aware of their birthdays, and I will be this year, and I will be very surprised when the day comes for those people that I'm not thinking, oh, it's their birthday today, like I wonder what they're doing, I wonder who they're spending it with. I don't know. I'm just sort of waffling, but don't you think that's just such a strange moment when someone's birthday passes that you don't talk to anymore? And you're just thinking like, I used to spend months thinking of the perfect gift to get for you, and now we don't speak. It's so strange. I've done it. Very easy. I definitely was overcomplicating it to start with. If only I just read the instructions immediately, that would have been great. Okay. This section has been really random, and I feel like this whole video has been really random, and if you watched it all the way through, thanks, because I don't really know what this has been. It's just been like a few moments spread over like 4 weeks. I'm now in my house for uni. Like, this is a whole house and I live here with 2 other people my age. It's so strange. I'm definitely getting used to it. I think the first few days were a bit weird. I felt a bit like I was living in someone else's house, whereas I feel like I am slowly adjusting. Like I say, I do have a lot of stuff that I want to put up on the walls to decorate and make it feel a bit more homely. And after experiencing yesterday feeling completely paralysed and not able to do anything, and then today kind of bringing it back, and first of all leaving the house, always helpful, having the conversation and dealing with it, and I don't have to worry about that anymore, feels very good. I think it's just a good reminder that I can do the things that make me anxious, and I need to try and push through that feeling of being paralysed, because I'm not actually paralysed, it's all in my head. It's all in my head. I'm going to be trying to vlog a bit more for, well, the next few months. I really enjoy vlogging, I just haven't been doing it as much because I felt like I haven't had much to vlog, but I feel like now that I'm back here, the urge to like press record and actually have things to talk about is much stronger. I just prefer being here in that sense. I feel like the creative juices start flowing, you know? When I'm at home I feel a bit static, whereas when I'm here I feel like I've got much more to give, and I don't know if it's distance from people you can fall back on, I guess. When you're at uni, you're on your own and you have to deal with things and you have to get things done, and you can't rely on anyone else to be like, oh, don't worry, I'll help you do that, or I'll sort that out for you. Obviously, you know, I can always give my mum a ring, for example, and say like, oh, I need help with this, and she'll be more than happy to, but that distance, I just think it helps me clear my brain. It makes me feel, it almost makes my brain feel like quieter. There's kind of less noise around. I don't necessarily mean that literally, but there's less noise, and that makes sense to me. So I think this is the end of this video, but like I say, I am going to try and vlog a bit more because I thought I'd be vlogging loads over summer, but it just didn't happen. Anyway, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next one.